I love being in the outdoors. I always go to the wilder places, and I'll always come back to painting rocks. It just naturally happens. So, I'll try a bit of painting in a valley, I'll try a bit of painting across fields, and it goes okay, but I'll get to the cliff edges and I think, why don't I just come here straight away? And it's the same in the fells, If I get distracted halfway up a fell or down in the valley, and then mid-afternoon I get to the top of the fells, I just think, God, why didn't I just come straight up here, be single-minded about it, because this is what I wanted, and I knew I'd feel differently when I got here. If you see something that catches your eye, then there's something there that's to be explored, and you just got to sit down, take the time, get through the initial processes, and to get to what it is that you saw, and investigate a bit further, and just understand a little bit more about yourself, really. I remember being in the lakes and seeing a boulder in the river, and then thinking of the processes involved. It's been eroded, it's been through the ice age, it's been scoured. There's nothing pretty or delicate about the processes that create these seemingly beautiful, tranquil things that we see. And that's my approach to the painting. It's not what I see as the Victorian approach, that prettified, delicate thing. These beautiful things have gone through a hard life, and that's what forms characters, I remember when I moved down to Cornwall and I was painting cliffs, and my dad was alive at the time, and I said to him, it's like observing the creation of a human soul into a personality. That's how I'm seeing the forces of nature, because we are part of nature, it's all the same thing. So when I'm looking at the landscape, that's how I'm understanding it. It's a deeply psychological thing. I do a lot of sketching. I keep a journal now. For the past year, I've been going out just about every week. It's just interesting for me to sit down with this after a period of time and go back through my thoughts and through the days. Through sketches, you remember the thoughts that were running through your head, or the song that was running through your head, Quite detailed sketches in here. Oh, this is a nice one. That first time ever I got to the Great Moss, I'd always looked down upon this from Crinkle Crags and thought, I've got to explore that area someday. And so this was the first time I got there. If I'm going through a period, I've got no ideas for any paintings or anything. I'll just pick a few sketch pads up and go through them, and only a few pages in, you'll be sparking with ideas, and it's just great. I find the field work vital to keep the action in the studio alive. Painting outside, I don't do so much of that since moving back to the north, because you can spend up to mid-afternoon getting to your point, start painting, and then it starts raining, and I've had so many experiences like that. So I kind of gone back to doing a lot of studio work, which is a different process in itself. It's a more considered approach. When I start a big picture, it's a bit like getting into a novel. I get quite excited at the feeling of this journey that's just starting out. It does feel like a story. And there's a lot of freedom in pushing large areas of paint around. It's something I really enjoy. It gives you the space to be really expressive. I remember something that Motherwell said, how a painting was 1,000 tiny mistakes. That's the way I feel about my own painting. It's a series of mistakes. Being better as an artist, I think, is about allowing yourself to make mistakes, because you're never going to progress if you don't. The painting that goes on the wall is what has survived the process. So there's a process that I undergo, or the painting undergoes. It doesn't get an easy time of it. With paint put on, scraped off, pushed around, destroyed, scratched, everything. It would be easy to just perform tricks and just repeat the tricks, and I think there are tricksy painters out there they've learnt a trick or two and they just repeat it and kind of boost their egos on it. But for me, I'm just constantly pushing it and trying to chop and change it. I can't just stick at one point. I am just trying to be as honest as I can in the painting, and hopefully I get it right and it speaks to people, and that's it. It's a visual medium that has to do its own speaking.